Greetings, everyone. Welcome to 2K Sports and another exciting edition of NBA Ball. Along with Stan Van Gundy and Hall of Famer Grant Hill, I'm Brian Anderson. Allie LaForce will be with us courtside. And a chance to look at the block shot numbers over the last few seasons for Miles Turner.
And his shot blocking hasn't been nearly as potent as it was a few years ago. It's a shame, really, because his ability to intimidate the other team and be a big presence on the defensive end really gave his team an edge.
A look at Indiana's starting group. Siakam at power forward with Turner in at center. Then it's Halliburton and it's Baker in at the 3. And for the Bulls, they've got Nikola Vucevic. Green out there with Kobe White. And it's Captain Clutch in at the 3 slot. Grant, looking at these two teams, my attention is drawn to the front court matchup.
Oh, yeah, this should be a battle on the baseline. Great to watch skilled bigs trade blows and show off what they can do down low.
Now here's White. Out left to the wing. Here's Captain Clutch. Floats one. There's the block. And they get it back. And Green, good for 3. And here's Halliburton. Pass to Turner. Pulls it. And it's Chicago with a board. Right side White. And here's Vucevic. Turner covers. They get it back. Vucevic's shot is off. And let's send it over to Allie LaForce.
I caught up with head coach Billy Donovan. I asked him if there was a plan in place to slow down Halliburton. And coach joked, hey, if a plan existed, somebody smarter than me would have come up with it. Tyrese impacts the game in too many ways for us to neutralize. We just need to do what we can to make life difficult for him.
As always, Allie, we thank you. White, the pass to Captain Clutch. Drops in the 3.
Yeah, that's a great find by White. He's such a clever and deceptive combo guard.
First minute and a half of basketball played here in this one. He was all alone on that one.
Exchanging buckets from downtown. That's been a staple of tonight's game.
Yeah, sometimes you get in a shootout like this, but you just hope that you can get a stop first.
Here's Cleveland. 27 points his last game. He's off on that one. Siakam with the defensive effort. Pass to Big Red. Here's Turner. Here's Big Red. Offline with a 3. Chicago has gone 2 of 2 at the perimeter. Stan, it's hard to believe, but the Bulls have not won a playoff series since 2015.
Well, look, Brian, it's hard to win in this league, and when you're rebuilding, trying to find the mix that'll get you over the top is a difficult chore.
Long way from those Michael Jordan glory days. Siakam, the pass to Big Red. It's tipped.
Yeah, slow start for them offensively. 1 for 5. They need to be more patient and find a better look.
First personal foul. First team foul.
And a look now at how the offensive approach has been going here so far for the Bulls.
Well, the thing about hitting early threes, it spaces the floor and makes things a lot easier offensively.
Another thing they're doing well early on is moving the ball, playing selfless basketball, and getting everybody involved on the offensive end.
The first one falls. Well, there's no question. Pascal Siakam has raised the ceiling of this Pacers team.
Yeah, absolutely. He complements Halliburton's up-tempo style very well. And defensively, he shores things up with his ability to guard 1 through 5.
And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time. Well, the last time the Bulls won a playoff series was back in 2015, Grant.
That was back when Butler and Rose were their leading scorers. And it just shows you just how long it's been. But they've been stuck in mediocrity ever since. And right now, they are desperate for a breakthrough season.
And it's Rick Carlisle calling timeout here. He's going to gather the troops and talk it over. These shooting guards have been great at the line. Fifth, Kobe White.
This is a group with the ability to drive looking for contact because they all know they'll convert at the free throw line.
Well, basketball is about efficiency, and with how well these guys shoot from the line, I'd be trying to get them there as much as possible.
Siakam finds Halliburton. Back to Siakam. Pass to Baker. And wrestling for it there, but no one has possession. We'll have a jump ball. And here's Indiana now. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Siakam for 3. Hits the trifecta.
You have to take Siakam seriously at the arc. He can hurt you from there.
Outside, Green. Vucevic, the pass to Captain Clutch. Here's Cleveland. And again, no good by Chicago. Pass to Siakam. First quarter of play, and just over 3.5 minutes in. Baker can't get it to go. Chicago leading by 5. Down low from inside. Cleveland no good.
I think he got the shot he wanted inside, but somewhere on the play, he just lost focus.
And he almost made them regret defending him so loosely.
Captain Clutch, the pass to Green. Here's Captain Clutch. And there's the screen. Outside White. Pass to Cleveland. The 3 is up. Siakam with the defensive effort.
All right, I'm just going to say it. He's 0 for the game. Might be time to stop shooting the ball.
From deep three-point land. And Indiana misses again.
Defensive breakdown there, and they got lucky. He's not going to miss too many of those. Well, with his skill and confidence with the ball, if you put him in position, he'll reward you.
Now here's Halliburton. We saw him with 11 points in his last game. Here's Baker. Josh Giddey's checked in for White. The Pacers also with a sub. Toppin's checked in.
Substitution on the court.
Halliburton outside. Pass to Turner. 4 on the clock. And the basket by Big Red.
Well, look, he's struggled so far, but maybe that basket is all he needs to get going.
And we'll have a timeout called by Billy Donovan. He'll take the opportunity to regroup, coming off that win against the Sixers.
And they got into a consistent offensive flow, largely because the defense they were facing was poor.
Yeah, but even against weak defense, your execution still matters. Luckily, they were able to take advantage.
Here's Captain Clutch. 20 points for him last game against Philadelphia.
And he gave them headaches with his defense. Constant activity at that end with 4 steals to show for it.
Nice execution by the offense, generating a good look.
Chicago shooting their 3rd free throw attempt of the game.
Second team foul. At the line for the Bulls, number 15. One shot.
Grant, you think it's too early in the season to try and forecast where teams are going to end up?
You know, B.A., yes and no. I think we have a handful of teams whose fates might already be determined, but we always have a couple of surprise teams that come out of nowhere. That's what makes the season so much fun to watch.
A nice shot by Toppin.
He's consistent from out there, especially when you give him that kind of room.
Let's check in with our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Brian, Miles Turner, the 11th pick by the Pacers in 2015 for much of his career with the team. He's endured the trade rumors. He said, I've still got PTSD from that, but I wanted to be here in Indy. And last season, a renegotiation of his contract, giving him an extension and a raise. Brian, he is locked in as their starting center.
Yeah, it would appear so, Allie. Thank you. Just a superb read on defense to come up with the block.
Yeah, obviously he had the shot well anticipated, able to shut it down with authority.
LeVert's checked in for Chicago. The Pacers also with a sub. Nembhard, he's checked in for Tyrese Halliburton. On defense, the Pacers. It's a 5-point game. Picked by Vucevic. And here's Green from the arc. Baker grabs the board. Baker's got 4 rebounds in the game.
So far, rebounding has been a focal point for them.
There's a screen by Turner. Here's Big Red. No good there, off the double clutch.
He is really scuffling this quarter offensively. Perhaps a little frustration setting in.
That's his 2nd make in 7 attempts. Not a pretty start.
Pacers trail by 7. Back to Nembhard. And it's Chicago with a board. Green's got a rebound number 5 here tonight. Offensive rebound. LeVert right side. Outside. Green tries again. Off the left rim and out. Nembhard outside. Here's Big Red. We saw him with 11 points in his last game. Toppin outside. Puts up a 3. Rebounded by Green. Green's got 6 rebounds here tonight. LeVert passes to the General. Tries again. And he sinks the layup. The General's got 6.
The defense getting out-hustled on the putback. Can't let that happen.
And I can tell you from experience, these are the types of things that drive coaches crazy.
And we'll have a timeout here called by Rick Carlisle. He wants to review the game plan. Indiana making a switch here. And now it's time to take a look at the top defensive teams in the league right now. 5th on the list, Chicago.
Where this team really makes an impact is on the defensive end. They're a unified front that doesn't make it easy at all to find open looks.
Mathurin passes to Halliburton. Toppin a screen on LeVert. Here's Halliburton. And Indiana misses again.
No question who's in control of the board so far. Yeah, and I can't help but remember Tyrese Halliburton in the 2024 All-Star Game. A spectacular performance from him in that one. And the icing on the cake, him dropping the shot that took the East point total to over 200 points. And even from where we're sitting, you could clearly tell it was a foul.
Chicago shooting their 4th and 5th shots at the foul line in this game. And the first one at the line is good. That's also good, so he hits both free throws.
Well, he's been very good at the line, and we all know free throws can make or break you in the end.
A nice shot by Halliburton. Halliburton's gotten his second bucket on the night.
Yeah, nice effort from Halliburton, working to get that point-blank shot.
Here's Captain Clutch. He's covered by Matherin. Captain Clutch, and he sinks the 11-footer. Captain Clutch has got 12 points in the game.
Well, he has owned this quarter. A major reason they're up right now.
Here's Halliburton. And a foul called on the way up. So he'll take 2 from the free throw line.
Yeah, it's hard to argue against Halliburton as the best passer in the league right now. I know he's the most exciting for sure.
Taking 2 shots.
Free throw good. Halliburton. Bruce Ellis is checked in for Chicago. Nembhard, he's checked in for Indiana. And good on the second, so he makes them both. 1:11 left in the first quarter here. LeVert outside. It's Giddey on the wing. Shot clock at 5. And here's LeVert for 3. And the rebound goes to the Pacers. They're moving on after the tough loss they took at the hands of the Hornets.
One thing we saw from them that game, and we see it around the league, an over-dependency on the 3-ball.
That shot, the 3, is very volatile. On games when it's falling, you can beat anyone, but when you're leaning on it and you go cold, tough sledding.
Now 5 seconds separating the shot clock and the game clock. Collins finds Giddey. Now LeVert hasn't gotten one to fall yet. Here's Captain Clutch. Off with the layup. Back to Halliburton. There's Nesmith with the 3. Oh, he got it up in time, but it wouldn't fall for him. And so it's the Chicago Bulls with a 6-point lead at the close of the quarter. Their key to consistency has been their dominance in the paint. They've been the more physical team. All right, stick around. We'll be right back after this. If you're just joining us, we played through 1 quarter in this one. And guys, what's your take on the Bulls so far?
Well, it looks like hitting the boards hard was an emphasis of their attack. They knew how valuable it was to do so.
Yeah, we're not surprised by this. These guys work hard and they are physical.
And so it's Halliburton with it. He brings it up for the Indiana Pacers. They trail by 6. On the court for the Pacers. Second quarter underway. Halliburton and Nembhard, the 1 and the 2. Aaron Nesmith is out there with Obi Toppin. And it's Matherin in at small forward. Well, Grant, when players getting bigger and more athletic, do you support moving the restricted area out?
Yeah, B.A., I would. We've seen a lot of injuries when defenders slide underneath elevated players on the drive. So cutting down that risk makes a lot of sense.
Free throw good. Halliburton. And both free throws good for Halliburton. Bulls leading by 4. Outside Giddey. Out to the wing. Here's Captain Clutch. That one falls. Nice feed that time from Giddey. Captain Clutch has got 15.
Yeah, something Giddey has always done well is share the ball. Tough to miss that wide open man.
Outside Neesmith. Pass to Halliburton. Oh, 2 physical points for Halliburton.
And we're seeing a great mindset from Halliburton on offense. He's attacking relentlessly and getting well rewarded for it.
Here's Giddey. Always a nice way to start. Makes his first one.
Good execution. They're getting some short-range looks here.
Halliburton against LeVert. Shot from the wing. Chicago with a rebound. They've led by as many as 11.
And they just continue to dominate the boards.
Outside Giddey. Pass to LeVert. Lets it go from deep. And Toppin pulls it down. Pacers trail by 7. Nembhard with it. Still without a bucket. And out of bounds. The Bulls will take it. Chicago making a switch here. White's checked in. And the Pacers also making a change. Siakam's checked in. Chicago leading by 7. White looking it over. Pass to Captain Clutch. Six on the shot clock. And his 5th basket. Now 5 for 8. Looking comfortable out there.
He's really finding his rhythm here. I mean, smart move to keep feeding him the ball.
Yeah, when you have a guy playing like he has been recently, he's got to be the first option on every possession.
Halliburton misses. Chicago's gone 1 of 2 from deep in the second quarter. Collins with a screen on Matherin. Captain Clutch, the pass to Collins. Buries it from 3. And now it's a 12-point Chicago lead.
Easy look when the defender isn't fighting over the screen.
Yeah, it's certainly worth it to disrupt the offense. Coaches notice that extra effort.
And it's Rick Carlisle calling timeout here. We might see him looking to make some tweaks to the strategy here. All right, a moment to check out some numbers for him.
And he's been locked in at the free throw line for sure. In the past 5 games, his percentage at the line is much better than it had been prior. Sometimes that's how it works. You just get that extra focus at the charity stripe.
Pacers trail by 12. Second quarter play, almost 3 minutes gone here to end the run. Oh, and that one had the right spin on it. It's good. Halliburton's got 16 points.
Well, he's been able to find points, just not enough of them. They've got to string together some more buckets.
Giddey passes to Captain Clutch. And he got the whistle on the way up, so he'll be headed to the line for a pair. Benedict Matherin picks one up. Chicago shooting their 6th and 7th free throw attempts tonight.
Chicago. Number 15. 2 shots.
And he drops the first. So 1 for 2 that time at the stripe. Stan, LeBron James is widely regarded as one of the most intelligent players in the league. Who else stands out to you as far as basketball IQ?
Oh, Brian, that's a tough question. There's so many of them. Nikola Jokic, Luka Doncic. There's just so many intelligent guys in this league. Fans that think it's all about athleticism don't understand how intelligent the best players are.
Here's Cleveland. 6 points for him. Basket's good.
And this is what you want to do when you've got a big lead. Must stay aggressive.
Yeah, they're being absolutely relentless, building this lead in every way possible.
Big Red misses.
Yeah, those shots from him are certainly not helping their case.
Here's Captain Clutch. Give him 20. Outside Giddey. Collins a screen. Three-pointer. Pacers with a rebound.
And you just can't afford to give up that kind of look very often.
And let's swing it over to the sideline and hear from Allie.
The Pacers have a star tandem with Tyrese Halliburton and the newly re-signed Pascal Siakam, who set up his all-star point guard. His knowledge of the game and his desire to win and get better, that's all you can really ask for from a young player. Out there on the floor together, I think it's naturally just a fit. Brian?
Okay, Allie, thanks. Here's Giddey. After the basket by Indiana. Outside White.
I got yours.
Over Halliburton. And too long on the shot. And Halliburton has got the ball here for the Pacers. 8-point game. Toppin, a screen on Collins. Oh, and he got fouled on his way up. He'll head to the line to shoot two. One thing that Siakam has always had a knack for, Grant, cutting to the rim and finishing plays.
Yeah, he plays so well when he has space to move. He's just great off the ball, and that fits with any team. His ability to convert at the rim makes his cuts that much better.
That's good from Siakam.
Yeah, shooting more free throws as his career is going on, Siakam wants to get that percentage up.
So both teams making some changes here. Second free throw, no good.
Getting themselves to the line this quarter is a good way to get their offense rolling.
And the ball out of play. The Pacers will have it. Here are the best on the boards, the league's best rebounding teams. The Bulls in second.
This team has done a great job of hitting the boards, and they do tremendous work boxing out.
Pacers trail by 7. Nembhard outside. Pass to Baker. There's the triple. Rebound by the Bulls. The Generals got double-digit rebounds now in the game.
I'll tell you what, they've been aggressive and they've been physical.
It's Giddey on the wing. Now here's White. No made baskets yet. 5 on the clock. Cleveland. Oh, Siakam with the block.
And the coaching staff, they love this. I mean, Siakam, he's engaged, aggressive, just getting after it on the defensive end. What a two-way play. Just tremendous.
Yeah, the steal was slick. The slam topped it off.
And that is why you want to run off turnovers. Get down the floor before the defense is set.
Here's Baker. Misses the three.
Just enough of a shot contest to bother him.
Pass to Buzelis. Here's Cleveland. Now White. And the rebound goes to the Pacers. Here's Siakam. It's hauled in by the Bulls. The Generals got 12 rebounds here tonight. Big time effort. White, the pass to the General. Outside for Green. 17-foot shot on the way. And that one comes up a bit short. Pacers trail by 9. Boy, they'd love if anyone could get a bucket.
Yeah, their offense has been grinding to a halt.
Pass to Nesmith. Here's Baker. Pure from three-point range. Baker's got his first 3 points of the game.
Defensively, got to close out a little faster. That's a look he'll make with regularity.
And we'll have a timeout called by Billy Donovan. He wants to give him a breather and talk things over.
All right, fans, it's dance jam time. Get ready to dance like everybody's watching.
Checked in for Chicago. LeVert comes in for Giddey. The Pacers also with a sub. Bryant, he's checked in for Nesmith. Chicago leading by 6. Outside White. Pass to Cleveland. Back to LeVert. Fires from deep. Rebounded by Big Red. Big Red's got 4 rebounds now. Here's Baker. To the middle. To the inside. And there's Bryant. That's good. On the assist from Siakam. And now just a 4-point Chicago lead. The Bulls have gotten 6 shots to fall out of 13 attempts here in the second. Outside White. Pass to Green from behind the arc. Gets the 3 to fall. Green's got 9.
That's his 3rd triple of the night, forcing the defense to extend out.
Nembhard outside. Siakam in the post. Now here's Bryant. It's rebounded by Cleveland. The Generals got 13 rebounds in the game. Glass eating. Oh, and Bryant with a block. And it's out of bounds. Still Chicago's ball. And Indiana with some changes. Turner comes in for Bryant. And Halliburton is subbed in for Nembhard. .110 left in the first half. Here's Cleveland. He has 6. Clock at 6. There's a screen. And here's Green from the arc. And they recover it. Here's Cleveland. Very solid offensive production, averaging 18 points a game. Captain clutch. And he's going to the line for 2. The official saw contact while he was going up.
Hey, if you can't block it, sending him to the line can be the next best thing.
This will make 5 trips to the line for him tonight.
And I love how efficient he's been at the charity stripe.
The first free throw is good. Hits one, then misses the second attempt from the line. Pacers trail by 8. Pass to Big Red. Here's Baker. Takes a 3. Gets it to go. Makes him 2 for 5.
And after not making any threes in the first half, he now has 2 here in the second half. Let's see if he continue to add to that.
Now here's White. A 17-point game for him in the win against Philadelphia. Sends it home from three-point land. Captain Clutch has got 24 points. Here's Baker. He had a 12-point outing in their last game against Charlotte. Pass to Halliburton. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. And so it's Chicago, finishing the quarter with an 8-point lead. They've been very effective from the three-point line. That's the key for them so far. We're coming right back. Don't go anywhere.
Did you miss us? Stupid question. Of course you did, and we missed you. And tonight we kick off with our mid-season focus on power rankings.
Taking a look here at Indiana, they're a middle-of-the-pack team. Sure, they'll get some wins, but I don't know how much more beyond that.
Seems like they're missing a key piece or two. Maybe one of their younger guys will step up down the stretch.
And let's dig into the first half now. Things looking pretty good for the Bulls.
One of the best ways to control the game, take care of the boards. Don't give up second chance points.
And at the offensive end, when you can turn misses into makes, that's found money.
Thanks, as always, for watching. Let's head back to Brian Anderson and crew for the start of the second half.
Well, for those just tuning in, thanks for being with us. Second half of this game still to play. And here's Halliburton. He'll bring it up for the Pacers. Trailing by 8. Green out there with Kobe White. Then there's Nikola Vucevic, and it's Cleveland in at the 4. That's the 5 out there for the Bulls. Big Red misses.
Well, the defense catches a break there. You expect him to make those.
Such a skilled big. 6'10" Nikola Vucevic. He can beat you up in the post, or he can step back and hit a three-stand.
Yeah, Brian, and he's an excellent passer as well. Throughout his career, Vucevic's teams have been very good offensively, and his versatility is a big reason for that. That's not a bad shot at all. It just didn't go in. Sometimes the process is right, and you still get a bad result.
Here's Captain Clutch, and he'll draw the foul. He'll head to the line for 2. And this is what the schedule looks like for the Chicago Bulls. On Sunday, they'll be matching up with Andre Drummond and the Philadelphia 76ers. Then on Thursday, they'll take on Kristaps Porzingis and the Boston Celtics.
When you look ahead, there are a lot of winnable games, but you really can't think that as a player. You have to take every opponent seriously because this is the NBA. No game is a freebie.
First one falls for him. Both shots good from the stripe. About a minute played here in the second half. Here's Big Red. Halliburton outside. The 3. And it's cleared by Vucevic.
Well, halftime is supposed to be for adjustments. I'm sure this isn't what they had in mind.
Here's Captain Clutch. He's got 26. Oh, that's his 8th make of the game. He's only missed 4 so far.
It's been a dominant night for him, staying productive throughout.
Pass to Siakam. Oh, it's stolen away. And up the court come the Bulls on the break. White for 3. The rebound by Turner. Pacers trail by 12. Siakam, the pass to Baker. Halliburton with the ball. Beyond the arc. He got it. Halliburton nails the three.
At the perimeter, Halliburton has a lot of confidence. He's just about always ready to take that shot.
Pass to Captain Clutch. Back to Green. The three. Knocks down the triple. Green's got 12 points in the game.
And both teams running long-range plays that are working.
Well, you know it's become a three-point shooting league. Teams shooting a steady diet from outside.
And it's Rick Carlisle calling timeout here. He wants a few moments to regroup with his players. And now in December, here's what the Eastern Conference standings look like. Taking a look at Chicago, things stacking up nicely for them so far. #1 in their conference and looking formidable. And checking out Indiana, well, record-wise, not even in the same conversation.
Checking out the Bulls, they've just been relentless coming out of the gates. And what I love is that everyone is focused. You couldn't have asked for a better start.
Yeah, and it's to no one's surprise. This is a well-run, well-coached organization. They have a strong culture. They're going to be a tough out for anyone. This is not how they wanted to start the second half. Just 1 of 5 so far.
Here's Cleveland. Indiana with a rebound. Baker's got 6 rebounds now in the game. Over to the left wing. Siakam in the post. He's guarded by White. Back to Siakam. Outside for Halliburton. It's good. And give the assist to Siakam. Siakam's got 3 assists tonight.
And he's really made his mark with the three-pointer today. And that's another big one.
And when you have shooters feeling it from distance, it feels like no lead is safe because points can get put up in a hurry.
Now here's Vucevic. He's scoreless. Here's Cleveland. Oh, a great 1-2 punch. Beautiful pass and a nasty jam.
Putting that pass right in his stride. Didn't have to slow up and was able to complete the play.
Here's Big Red. He has 7. Back to Halliburton from deep. Green with the defensive effort.
And right now they're +8 in the rebounding category. That's helping them run away with this.
And it's Miles Turner with the foul. That's his first foul of the game.
First personal foul. Second team foul.
Green against Halliburton. To the paint. Oh, it's stolen by Siakam.
Whatever opening he saw vanished quickly. Got to be more careful with those entry passes.
And that's out of bounds. It was last touched by Vucevic. And over the previous 10 games, let's take a look at the assist leaders among point guards. In the 3rd spot, Tyrese Halliburton.
You know, these are the best playmakers in the NBA, guys. I mean, they're the ones who keep the offense running at full speed.
Yeah, it's a talented group. Great leadership qualities, and you trust these guys to make great decisions.
And that one good.
And the evolution of Siakam continues. Seeing him make great passes like this proves he's only getting better. Ooh, scary thought.
Now here's Green. 12 points for him. Oh, and there's the whistle on the shot. So 2 free throws for him coming up.
4th personal foul.
All right, guys, what do you think so far on the offensive approach for the Bulls?
Well, they've really been sharing the basketball. All coaches talk about that, try to get their teams to do it. It's really great when you see it in action.
Well, another thing they did well was taking advantage of the holes in the defense. Very aggressive in exploiting the lack of concentration.
And he knocks down the first one. Nembhard, he's checked in for Indiana. And so he hits both.
If they keep hitting free throws at this clip, it'll help them seal the deal.
Pass to Turner. Siakam for 3. And looks like an illegal pick was set. That gets the ref's attention.
Well, the league has put an emphasis to crack down on illegal screens.
Yeah, and yet We still see it a lot. It's a tough thing to police.
And we'll have a timeout called by Billy Donovan. He wants to make sure everybody's on the same page. And so here is Chicago. Outside, Green. Ooh, poked away. Halliburton, the pass to Siakam. Chicago with a rebound.
You have to credit their effort. I mean, they've done an amazing job on the glass.
Well, Vucevic did a good job of feeling the defense there and worked his way into a trip to the line.
This is his first opportunity at the line this evening.
At the line for two, Nikola Vucevic.
First free throw is good.
Well, he's as steady as they come at the big man position. Vucevic is someone you can count on to help you shoulder some of the offensive load.
No good on the second free throw. And so it's Siakam with it. He brings it up for the Pacers. A 12-point game.
Yeah, you wonder what is he thinking right now. He's not shooting the ball well, and shots like that only hurt his team more.
Cleveland, no good.
He hasn't helped the cause with his shooting, but his teammates have had his back.
Halliburton outside. Here's Siakam. And it's cleared by Vucevic. Vucevic has got 8 rebounds in the game.
Well, he just doesn't have it right now. It's as simple as that. And his team is struggling as a result.
And it gets even worse for them. I mean, he just waltzes down the lane, extending their advantage. Not good.
Well, it's not going to get any easier if they can't improve their defensive intensity. They got to show some fight.
Siakam for 3. Rebounded by Green. Chicago leading by 14. Here's Cleveland. And that comes off the assist by Green. The Generals got 12 points in the game.
Well, he's been very efficient in this quarter. Keep getting him the ball.
Offensively, it's been a struggle for him.
Yeah, they need to string together some shots to have any kind of chance.
Indiana again missing.
And they're up considerably because of their efforts on the glass.
It's White with the drive. On the wing, Green. Picked by Vucevic. From outside the arc. Good. 5 for 9 shooting so far.
Just incredible. I mean, he's really making it rain out there, knocking them down one after another.
Well, what I love about his three-point shooting is the spacing that he's adding. It makes things a lot easier for everyone else.
Yep, that one goes. Halliburton's got 24 points.
And good work by Halliburton, outthinking the defense and creating an opportunity for himself.
To the left wing. And blocked with his palm. What a defensive play. Inside, here's Siakam. And he banks in the layup. He's got 6.
Inside, Siakam gets the better of the defense using his agility, clearing himself a path to a shot.
Back to White. Pass to Vucevic. They set the screen. 4-3. Captain Clutch misses.
Well, after draining 3 triples in the first half, he doesn't have any in the second half. I know he's disappointed, but he needs to remain aggressive.
Now here's Siakam. 6 points for him. Big Red misses.
Well, and after making just 1 triple going into the break, he's still looking for his first make from distance here in the second half.
Here's Captain Clutch. And it falls all over the rim and in. Captain Clutch has got 32 points in the game.
He's been in total control offensively, and the defense has had no answers.
Nembhard outside. And here's Halliburton. 24 points for him. There's the three. It's hauled in by the Bulls. Vucevic has got rebound number 9 now. What an effort here tonight. Lets it fly. Captain Clutch misses.
He's giving his all, but you can't force yourself back on track.
Nembhard, the pass to Turner. Halliburton looking over the floor. And there's a whistle. He'll head to the line to shoot 2.
Oh, forcing the issue. Halliburton in attack mode.
Indiana shooting their 7th and 8th free throw attempts of the game.
Tyrese Halliburton, 2 shots.
And he makes a first. He's perfect from the line this time. 1:04 left in the 3rd quarter of the game. Now here's Giddey. He's guarded by Nembhard. Floats one up. The rebound by Nesmith. Pacers trail by 15.
That was a good call. The defense wasn't established.
First personal foul. Second team foul.
First trip to the free throw line for him in this one.
For the Pacers, Aaron Nesmith, 2 shots.
And he drops the first. White, he's checked in for LeVert. Pascal Siakam, he's checked in for Indiana. And he makes both free throws.
They're doing some good work at the line this half.
Chicago leading by 13. Here's Captain Clutch. 32 points in the game for him. It's good.
Yeah, showing a little versatility with their offensive attack. In the first half, it was about the 3 ball. In the second half, they've emphasized interior scoring.
Halliburton misses.
And their physical dominance has been on display. A 10-rebound advantage is a good indicator of how this game has gone.
Here's Captain Clutch. Nesmith covering. Here's Captain Clutch. Kicks it out to Collins. Gets a very good look and converts. Collins has got 5 points.
Even though he hasn't lit up the scoreboard, I like how he's keeping others involved.
And here at the end of the 3rd, it's a double-digit ball game. Chicago ahead, leading by 17. And time for a short break. Stay right there. The 4th quarter is coming up next. Rick Carlisle had some advice for his team. Let's hear what he had to say.
Hey, it's all about physical. It's all about physical. Make sure we're running back. Touch somebody.
Pleading for his team to be more physical and aggressive.
Yeah, it's something we hear often from Coach Carlisle, urging his team to play tough out there.
And as we head into the 4th, we'll see if there's a comeback in the works or if it's more of the same for the first 3 quarters. And a look at the 5 for the Pacers to start the 4th quarter. Pascal Siakam out there with Toppin. Then there's Benedict Mathurin. Then there's Andrew Nembhard. And it's Big Red in its shooting guard. It's deflected. White, the pass to LeVert. Pass to Cleveland. Now Collins. LeVert outside. Just 5 to shoot. Rebounded by Big Red. Big Red's got 6 rebounds here tonight.
Well, with this team leading, he might just want to put that one in his pocket next time.
And Obi Toppin gets the whistle that time. That's his first foul of the game. And you got to be in awe of incredible defensive efforts like this.
Oh, showing no signs of giving up this lead. That block sent shockwaves into the opposition sails.
Just over a minute played here in the fourth. Outside White. Giddey against Matherin. Shot clock at 3. Takes a 13-footer.
Yeah, look at Matherin asserting himself on defense, using his quickness to stay on top of his man. He drops yet another dive, just facilitating this offense like a maestro.
Now here's Nembhard. With some arc. Collins with the rebound. Collins has got his 4th rebound in this one. To the middle. The kick out to White. LeVert passes to the general. And here's Collins. Outside White. This one for 3. And no good. The Pacers have gone 0 for 3 in this fourth. Not good. Here's Big Red. Misses, and the dry spell continues. And Giddey has got the ball here for the Chicago Bulls. Here in the fourth quarter, their defense has been very strong. No baskets allowed.
Yeah, this is a highlight of Giddey's game. His innate ability to set others up.
And here's Indiana now. The Bulls making their last shot. Stolen by Giddey. Now here's White, guarded closely. Pass to Giddey. So it'll be 2 free throws. He was fouled in the act of shooting. Benedict Matherin picks one up. And the league has made it clear, Grant, it sees streaming at the forefront of basketball viewing going forward.
Well, B.A., it's a no-brainer. The internet is the future, after all, and streaming opens a lot more options for engaging with fans while they watch.
That free throw good from Giddey.
You can tell that Josh Giddey is one sharp player, not just in how he threads passes, but how he moves on the floor and gets around other guys.
Nikola Vucevic is checked in for Collins. The Pacers also with a sub. Turner, he's checked in for Toppin. Both free throws good from Giddey.
And collectively, as the game has progressed, they've been shooting really well from the charity stripe.
Nembhard, the pass to Turner. Nice D from Vucevic. Here are the Bulls with the ball. Right now on a 9-0 run. Outside Giddey. They set a pick. Count that bucket. Giddey's got 6 points in the quarter.
They're really working the paint now.
And for the Pacers, they're shooting just 31% in today's game. Not great. Back to Nembhard. All right, Grant, do you feel the non-superstars are making the money they should?
Well, B.A., it's a topic in every CBA negotiation. But I think we're trending in the right direction. But it seems like there's always more work to be done.
Now here's White. Outside Giddey. Pass to Vucevic. Here's Cleveland. Shot clock at 6. Picked by Vucevic. The general passes to Vucevic. And Vucevic slams it in.
After setting a strong screen, the ball goes to Vucevic, and he makes a play.
Turner with it. Here's Big Red. Turner, a screen on LeVert. Here's Big Red. Takes the 3. Another 3 for Indiana.
Gotta be encouraged watching Turner shoot with conviction, realizing his team trusts him to take these fast shots.
Now Giddey. drives to the hoop. And you can count it. He'll go to the line with a chance at a three-point play.
Easy look when the defender isn't fighting over the screen.
Yeah, it's certainly worth it to disrupt the offense. Coaches notice that extra effort.
At the line for one, Josh Giddey.
One shot.
And the free throw, no good. And the NBA has made a significant investment in the G League over the years. Grant, you can really see the impact it's had.
Yeah, BA, and it's grown into a real minor league for the NBA. The NBA needed something like that for a long time, and it's helped the product.
Jacks up a three, and again, it's the Pacers from deep.
On the ball, Halliburton has great concentration. His focus is what helps him find the wide open man.
Collins a screen. Ooh, and he took a hard foul on the shot. So he'll head to the line to shoot a pair. All right, let's say you're starting a new franchise today, and you get to pick any player in the league. Who you got, Grant?
Oh, man, there's so much talent to choose from. You can't go wrong with Doncic, Antetokounmpo, or Jokic. There's some enticing young players, too, like Anthony Edwards as well.
First one falls for him. Williams is checked in for Chicago. Both free throws good from Giddey. And so it's Halliburton with it. He brings it up for the Indiana Pacers. Pass to Turner. Here's Baker. And count the basket. He was fouled, and he's going to the line for one more. Chicago making a switch here. Nasumu's checked in.
First team foul. At the line for the Pacers, Baker. One shot.
Well, Grant, in terms of scheduling, you see any way to eliminate back-to-backs?
You know, I'm not a big fan of eliminating back-to-backs, but to answer your question, BA, you have two choices: either fewer regular season games or extend the season by a few weeks. I don't think either one of those options is in our future.
Horton Tucker, he's checked in for Nasumu.
Taylor Horton Tucker.
And here's Indiana now. Halliburton with the ball. There's a screen by Turner. Halliburton, good. Halliburton's got 12 points here in the second half.
And this is how competitive Halliburton is. Doesn't allow some contact to distract him from scoring.
Now here's Giddey. To the paint. Pass to Horton Tucker for three. The Bulls with another miss. Pacers trail by 20. Big Red, the pass to Halliburton. Now Turner. Here's Big Red. 6 to shoot. Tries to break his ice. That one a little long.
Just not his night offensively. That's part of why they fell behind.
Pass to Horton Tucker. Outside Giddey. The Bulls need to get off a shot. Here's Horton Tucker. And once again, off the mark by Chicago. Indiana on offense. They're on a 14-6 run. Here's Siakam. LeVert with a rebound. Chicago leading by 20. To the inside. And it's thrown down hard with both hands.
How about the bounce?
We can call that bounce per ounce. Can't be denied. Here's Baker, defended by Horton Tucker. And here's Siakam for three. Sinks the tray.
They are unconscious from outside. And so far, the defense has had no answer.
Look, when the three is falling like this, there's not a whole lot you can do defensively.
And we'll have a timeout called by Billy Donovan, rallying his guys to make sure they all know the plan.
And make some noise for your Chicago Bulls.
And now a moment to present the New Balance Player of the Game.
This is special. We are witnessing a legendary performance here tonight. He is like levels above everyone else on the floor. Something must have clicked for him in warm-ups tonight. He's just come out and he has run wild.
And you know, this home arena really appreciates this guy. And it's clear that he takes pride in playing his best in front of them. Here's Buzelis. It's Giddey on the wing. Oh, he picked him clean. Now the Pacers on the move. Here's Baker. And he was fouled while in the act of shooting, so he'll take 2 free throws.
Second team foul. At the line for the Pacers, Baker taking 2 shots.
First free throw is good. Herter's checked in for Chicago. And that's good as he hits both shots.
2 minutes remaining.
And Giddey has got the ball here for the Bulls. They lead by 17. With the drive, and the layup is good off the glass. Giddey's got 12 now in this quarter. Oh, wow, guys, this does not look good. We've got an injury here.
And you guys know that this is something every player worries about, no matter your age or your ability.
Yeah, teams do everything they can to protect against it, but at this point, all you can do is hope he's not gone for too long.
A line change here for Chicago. Pass to Turner. Down low. Here's Baker. Chicago grabs the miss.
Suffocating defense to keep the layup from falling.
Outside, Green. To the left side wing. Here's Captain Clutch. Oh, and Turner with a block.
An impressive shot blocker. Turner's combination of size and timing on defense is so valuable.
Pass to Baker. Well, Grant, we've heard some out there say dynasties are dead. And these days, there are a lot of teams contending for titles.
Well, the NBA is happy to see all the competition. But, you know, this league has been defined over the decades by dynasties. We'll see if their epitaph has been written.
Here's Captain Clutch. Takes it inside. And Turner with the block. Out of bounds. Bulls ball as Chicago keeps possession. And that shot was going nowhere thanks to that aggressive swat.
Let's see if that block can amp up this team. I mean, they're looking for anything to get themselves going.
Both teams will make substitutions. To the paint. 4 on the clock. The Sunmu for 3. On target from range.
This has to feel good. They gave their fans a show and secured the W.
Yep, the crowd gets to go home feeling good about the win tonight. Their team looked impressive.
Now here's Matherin. And the shot counts. He's fouled, and it's a chance for a three-point play.
Bruzelas. Third personal foul. Third team foul. Shooting for Indiana, Matherin at the line for one.
And one thing Benedict Matherin has no shortage of is raw athleticism. Now it's just a question of him honing that physical ability to be an effective pro-level player.
So no problem for Chicago as they get the win. We saw two different teams tonight. One played with confidence, operating flawlessly. The other just looked lost.
And the energy in this building was awesome. The crowd was involved from the jump, and once they started to really pour it on, it was fun to see how it all came together.
And that'll do it, folks. Alongside Stan Van Gundy, Grant Hill, and Allie LaForce, this is Brian Anderson saying thanks for tuning in to the NBA on 2K Sports. And time now for our player of the game.
Distraction. Sim a gal riding, my be my bump wide and bad man vibe on the rhythm man.
Knife Sean would steal coke in my hand on the phone on the way up on the way up on the share replay no fuck up the place. Hot girl don't know rock up the place.
Make a bad girl whine. If you want chat me at the time. The body stay hot in the behind. Down the beat and rewind and rewind. And when I ring down the phone, let the boy can't let me alone. Tap to me back, bad man girl try and come get wrong.
For the girl who on a Friday, for the girl take the pan a Tuesday, for the goon them a move. Bambi and herb them on the walk.
Me need a woman who know fi wine up. Me need a woman who know fi why them a pre me like TV a me want every weekend get a new hot girl every season. All the guys are the way and the reason. One out of the dopey dog and the demon. Knife Sean would steal coke in my hand on the phone on the way up on the share replay no walk up the place. Hot girl don't know rock up the place. Share replay no walk up the place. Hot girl don't know rock up the place.
Make a bad girl whine. If you want chat me at the time. The body stay hot in the behind. Down the beat and rewind and rewind. And when I ring down the phone, let the boy can't let me alone. Tap to me back, bad man girl try and come get wrong. I know slowly that you know me. I'm ready, baby, so come and hold me. I know slowly that you know me. I'm ready, baby, so come and hold me. Make a bad girl whine. If you want chat me at the time. The body stay hot in the behind. Down the beat and rewind and rewind. And when I ring down the phone, let the boy can't let me alone. Tap to me back, bad man girl try and come get wrong.
star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the
Thanks to Skylar Cole for that stirring rendition of our national anthem. And we'll be right back. And a good Thursday evening. And Greg Anthony, this is Kevin Harlan, and David Aldridge will be joining us on the sideline as well. A moment now to look at the year-to-year scoring output and how it has been trending for Klay Thompson.
And looking at his offensive numbers from the past few years, it seems like teams around the league have kind of figured him out. He's having to work a lot harder for his points, and they haven't been coming nearly as easily as they used to.
Now a look at Dallas's starting lineup. Hughes is out there with Song. Then there's Jordan Poole. Then it's Green, and it's Exum in at the 2-guard. And for the Pistons, we've got Davis. Cunningham is out there with Rain Man. Then it's Thompson, and it's Whitman at the 5 down low. So, Brent, at this point of the season, do teams still have time to figure things out?
I think there's always time, Kevin, to figure out where you are. Again, the expectations in the early part of the season about how competitive your team was going to be, that's critical in your decision-making as to what you want to do with the roster. But if you think that you can get into a deep playoff run, you've got to be honest about how these parts are fitting in and whether or not you need a change.
Now, here's Poole. Pass to Hughes. Outside, Green. 6 to shoot. Lets it go from 11. Poole, no good. And so it's Cunningham with it. He brings it up for the Pistons. An easy 2 points on the layup.
You got to have poise and you got to have body control, and Cunningham displayed both on that play.
Hughes, the pass to Poole. Now here's Green. And play stops. Whistle on what looks to be an illegal screen.
That's going to draw a whistle every time down the floor. Not even close to being a legal screen.
Yeah, everybody saw that one. That was pretty blatant there.
And now just over a minute played here in the first. And now we've got some time to check in from the sidelines. You got for us, DA?
Hey, Kevin, thanks. I was able to talk with J.B. Bickerstaff for a minute. We got to talking about Jordan Poole and how you deal with a player like him. Coach smiled and said, we want to be as disruptive for him as possible. Anything we can do to prevent him from getting into a rhythm, we'll do it. Keeping Poole off balance is the plan here. Guys?
Thank you, David.
Just setting the tone with an aggressive move to the rack. And where's the help defensively?
Yeah, APB sent out to try to find out where the defense is. Inexcusable.
Here's Rayman. Drills it from outside.
That's a high percentage look when the D doesn't fight over the screen.
Yeah, the coach over there just asking for one simple thing, and that's some effort. Got burned on that one.
Now, here's Poole. Looking at his point production, he averages almost 8 points a game. Good.
And Poole's vision developing right in front of us.
Detroit's gone 1 of 3 from beyond the arc so far in the game. A shot by Thompson. No one's around. Another 3 for Detroit.
And that's exactly what he's looking for. Draining the triple.
Recent times have certainly been tough in Detroit. Greg, 14 wins last season. A franchise record low.
And Kevin, if you look, Detroit's last 5 seasons, 23 wins is the most they've had.
Look at that.
And his athleticism is really off the charts. Love seeing Thompson punching home like that.
And we've got a timeout called by Jason Kidd. He wants a minute here to get things straightened out with his team. Now we get a chance to check out the standings out west. Already we're in December. Look at the Mavericks. They're 6th best right now, looking to make a move up in the standings.
And right now for Dallas, they've fulfilled a lot of the promise they showed coming into the season. But they just haven't taken that next leap forward so many thought they might.
They still had enough players take positive steps forward to call this season a success. Maybe they're not at the top of the standings where they'd hope they'd be, but they're in really good position in terms of the playoff picture.
And I like to see this. They're calling his number early, and he's delivering.
Well, he's going to just keep going now. That's early confidence for him.
Hughes kicks to Green. The three. Another three for Dallas.
Man, right off the bat, super sharp here offensively. 4 of 5 so far.
Davis surveying the floor. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. It's going to be on Alex Song.
I mean, even from over here, you can see that one pretty clearly.
Detroit shooting their first shots of the night from the charity stripe.
Shooting 2.
The first one falls. And both free throws good for Davis.
Makes it pretty tough on the defense. Who you going to pick to send to the free throw line? And he's hitting the free throws right now. Form looks good.
Pass to Exum. Always going up for the alley-oop here. And Sarr throws it down.
It's almost too easy for the rookie. Sarr, he just pops up and finishes off that lob.
Cunningham passes to Davis. To Cunningham. Nice ball movement by Detroit. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Pistons will retain possession. Let's go to the 2K leaderboard. For the past 10 games, these teams have been fantastic on rebounding. In 4th, the Pistons.
What a show of strength in terms of rebounding. I mean, they've really controlled the glass here of late, playing with some extreme physicality.
Whitman against Green. Poked loose.
Well, maybe not the best shot against that kind of defense, but he still has the ability to knock that kind of shot down.
Now Exum hasn't made one yet. The shot by Hughes, no good. Cunningham against Green. Pass to Davis. Fires for 3. Green with the rebound.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
Here's Hughes, and he dunks it down.
Ooh, he put a little extra on that one.
He does. He doesn't usually finish soft either. Obviously, he can when necessary, but not that time. Cunningham outside. And Thompson kicks to Davis. Offline with his 3. Now the Mavericks with it. They've gone on a 10-2 run, not allowing much. And Green slams it in.
And although an undersized center, more than making up for it with some serious hops.
Pass to Rain Man. Outside, Davis. That's in, coming off the assist from Thompson.
Great awareness by Thompson, wanting to find his open teammates whenever he can.
Here's Hughes. Launches a 3. And Davis pulls it down. Thompson in the corner. Pass to Whitman. Thompson, a screen on Poole. Cunningham. Green with the rebound. Green's got his 4th rebound in this one.
And what strikes me about Cade Cunningham is he's still growing. He's still capable of doing more on the floor, and he has the work ethic and attitude to make those improvements and become a real factor on the floor.
5 to shoot. Here's Exum. Out of bounds. Detroit takes possession.
And quickly, let's look at the numbers for garbage man. averaging about 16 points, 7 assists, and 9 rebounds. And it says a lot that when we see numbers like this from him, we aren't even shocked. He's that good.
Yeah, we really have just grown to get used to his greatness, and that's the level for him that he's on right now.
Looking at who's out there now for the Pistons. Harris is checked in for Davis, and it's Jaden Ivey in for Cade Cunningham. And the shot goes down, and that makes it a tie ball game.
That's just tremendous scoring instinct. So fun to watch him work in the half court.
Pass to Exum. Now Sarr. Here's Poole. He has yet to score. Driving the lane. And there's the slam dunk to finish it off.
And a great job by Poole of putting some pressure on the defense.
Here's Rain Man. Thompson outside. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. It's going to be on Alex Song.
Clearly a foul.
And look at how the offensive approach has been going here so far for the Mavericks.
So far, they've moved the ball well, leading to open, high-percentage looks. Lots of assists in this one.
Well, a lot of the players are doing a good job as well of scanning the interior part of the paint. All those inside looks, those are paying off.
That free throw good from Thompson.
Now, first and foremost, it's the athletic ability and that raw talent. It's there for Ausar Thompson. He's just got to keep developing and refining all the little micro skills.
Looking at who's out there now for the Mavericks. Daniel Gafford's checked in for Sarr. Klay Thompson comes in for Exum. And it's Hardy in for Jordan Poole. And so it's Middleton with it. He brings it up for Dallas. This game coming on the heels of their win against Toronto.
And they did a super job of getting those extra opportunities. Offensive rebounds, 50-50 balls. Those possessions, I felt like, were key.
Detroit's gotten just 2 of 6 to fall from three-point range so far in the first. And now running it up the court. Green pushing it all the way. Pass to Hardy. And he gets the whistle for the 3-second call.
All right, a moment to see the stats for Rain Man. A wonderful string of games he's put together here lately. And he's right up there in the top 20 in scoring. Certainly a force to be reckoned with offensively.
And back to your point, number 2 in steals. He's just a tireless worker. Plays that hard-nosed, on-ball defense. Most guys just can't disengage from him. Here's what Detroit's going with right now. Duran comes in for Whitman. Davis is subbed in for Thompson. And Dallas with a change here, too. Williams is checked in. Davis setting the pick for Ivy. Drills the three-pointer. And the Pistons lead by 3.
And if Ivy can hit that shot with consistency, it really makes him a tough cover.
Thompson outside. Pass to Middleton. Back to Thompson. Puts up a 3. Rebounded by the Pistons. And this matchup with the Mavericks, it's the first meeting of the season. Back to Davis. It's stolen by Green. Pass to Williams. .110 left in the first quarter of the game. Shoots from 12. Not loose. Pistons leading by 3. Rain Man passes to Ivy. Here's Rain Man. Takes the 3. The offensive rebound. And Harris wide open. He shoots. Hits the three-point bomb.
And you look at combo forwards that can help you provide some spacing out there. Harris right now spotting up and hitting.
Thompson, a screen on Harris. Middleton for 3. Good for the basket. Starting off 1 for 1 with that shot.
Both teams running perimeter-oriented plays that are working.
Well, both of them looking towards the three-point line. And I like to see that, especially when the results are made buckets. Is it getting cold in here? This is a tough one. Crucial that he starts to work a little harder for a higher percentage shot.
Thompson misses. From the wing, Harris. Defended by Middleton. Pass to Davis. Over Green. And that would have counted, but his shot was off the mark this time. A good close contest so far as we finish the first quarter. Pistons ahead, leading by 3. Live from Little Caesars Arena, you're watching 2K Sports. And close game underway so far. We'll see if either of these teams can jump out in the second quarter. And a moment now to look at the scoring approach in terms of where the points are coming from for the Pistons.
We've got a bunch of this game yet to be played, but they're shooting it well from the three-point line. That's got to be a welcome sight.
Let's make sure that that selfish nerve doesn't get tapped, because right now there's great ball movement. They're setting each other up. Let's see if that maintains.
They've got Ivy. Davis is out there with Durham. Then it's Malik Beasley. And it's Harris in at the 3 spot. They're the group Detroit will start the second with. Beasley, the pass to Ivy. This one for 3. Out to Harris. Over Hughes. They shoot again. And they call the foul, so a chance at the line for one more coming up.
And Duran has that length to corral anything around the basket.
First trip to the free throw line for him tonight.
And of course, we'd all like to see his percentage at the line improve, but he just does not have the touch right now. He's in the 60s.
Marshall, he's checked in for Dallas.
What's up?
Free throw, no good for Duran. For years, it seemed like the league was going to go smaller. But lately, Greg, it seems like size is back in fashion.
Yeah, I mean, look at the MVP award, right? Centers and Jokic and Embiid winning it recently. Even Giannis, you know, I wouldn't consider him small. And just overall around the NBA, it feels like bigger teams are having more success.
Davis dishes to Ivy. Davis setting the pick for Ivy. Lets the 3 fly. It's good for his second make. He's made 2 of 3 so far.
Maybe he doesn't take as many threes as you think for a guard, but respectable from him.
Hughes with it. He's got 10. Trying to come right back with the 3 of his own. But it's no good. It's time now to hear from our Hall of Fame reporter, David Aldridge. What's the latest, David?
Kevin, Jalen Duran, a physical specimen, is improving the finer points of his game, including his vision. He said, I feel like I've always been a good passer. I've developed more of that as my young career has gone on, understanding the league better and how to win. Kevin?
Yeah, D.A., you know, it takes time, but nice to see his development.
Well, that's not a shot he's ever going to pass up, and he shouldn't. Despite the miss, no defender anywhere near him. He's got to shoot that one.
Here's a look at what's coming up for the Detroit Pistons. On Sunday, they'll take on Karl Anthony Towns and the New York Knicks. Then on Thursday, they'll head home to take on the Utah Jazz.
And just looking ahead to what's on tap, there are a lot of winnable games for them, but you can't go into the stretch with that mentality. You've got to focus on what's in front of you and bring it every night.
That's good for Marshall. Kate Cunningham's checked in for Detroit. Marshall hits them both.
Well, a great player on a great role at the charity stripe. The D has got to be careful about being too aggressive on him and sending him back for freebies.
And it's Davis at the elbow. Back to Cunningham. It's in there. Davis with the assist. Cunningham's got the lead up to 8 now for the Pistons. And Jason Kidd is called timeout. He's made the decision. He wants to huddle up with his guys.
destroyed. Hits the Piston dancer.
Christie's checked in for the Mavericks. An opportunity here to go to the 2K leaderboard and see who's been the hottest of the hot at the small forward position for the past month. Take a look at Hughes, leading the league in points per game. Such a great player.
There is no doubt he is one of the league's most dynamic offensive players. I mean, he's capable of putting up some huge numbers from that wing position.
Well, the biggest number among them being that scoring average. He provides high-octane, high-energy offense at all times, and there's virtually nothing an opponent can do to slow him down. Say your prayers.
Six on the shot clock. It falls for his fifth field goal of the night. Now shooting 5 for 8.
And boy, he's really in a groove. Dominant performance last game. Same thing this time out.
Seems to be nobody standing in his way. No roadblocks for him to get to his spot, capitalize, and continue to be aggressive.
Cunningham for 3. They get it back. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
And a chance here to check out some stats on Chris Middleton. How last month turned out for him. He's averaging about 7 points a game, 3 assists, and 2 rebounds. We know that he can come up with the occasional big play, but his overall numbers haven't been impressive.
There is a bit of a feeling they're all looking to him to step up, and they know he's capable of doing it right now, just not getting it done.
And he can't get the first one.
Well, Jalen Duren has a nice game. He plays a lot in the box where he's going to rebound. He's going to be an interior scorer, and his instincts are there as well.
Rainman's checked in for the Pistons. Sar's checked in for Dallas. Poole comes in for Christie. And he sinks the second. Mavericks trail by 7. And here is Poole. He lobs up the alley-oop pass. Pass break. Here we go. Here's Rainman. And the dunk to finish it off. A beauty.
And unfortunately, we've seen a few too many of those. A lack of concentration, a turnover, and an easy bucket in transition.
Dallas moving the ball around. Here's Hughes. A three-pointer off the mark.
And they're controlling the boards, Kevin. That's +5 in that category.
Bounce pass from Ivy. Cunningham outside. Clock at 6. And it's Davis with the jam.
Oh, and the lead gets bigger on a ridiculous offensive sequence.
That dunk alone would have been spectacular. Never mind it coming at the end of an alley-oop. Hughes, the pass to Sarr, and Sarr throws it down.
That's just too much Alex Sarr there. At about 7 feet, he is a lot to handle.
And while the offense is developing, Alex Sarr is already a huge presence at the defensive end.
Yeah, along with being a great rim protector, he's a 7-footer who can really slide his feet on the perimeter. He can switch on the guards and make them work for their opportunities.
throw good. Sarr.
One big thing you love about Alex Sarr, he's got that 7'4" wingspan, and as he gets older, he'll fill out that frame plus add to his game.
Davis kicks to Cunningham. Davis with a screen on Poole. Here's Cunningham. Davis. Green with the block. Now Hughes. He picked up 33 points in their last one against Toronto.
And we got to talk about his 4 steals on the night. That's a complete performance at both ends of the floor.
And the defense better clue in to Cade Cunningham. I mean, this guy is an active and effective scorer.
Mavericks trail by 10. Here's Hughes. 12 points for him. Shoots from the elbow. It's Cunningham with the rebound.
And with the success they've had rebounding the basketball, they're right where you'd expect them to be, firmly in the driver's seat.
Well, they shouldn't be giving that shot to anyone, but they certainly shouldn't be giving it to him. That's a big break for the defense. That's the kind of passing you want there. Work the ball around, keep it moving, try to get an assist on every bucket.
Pass to Rain Man. Trying to find Davis. He's got it now. The Mavericks pull it in.
Even if you're not shooting it, you like to see the effort level, and his tonight has been high.
Green, no luck.
Those are chances almost always you can rely on him to get you 2 points, but the D just enough to keep him out of rhythm.
Pass to Whitman. They double him with Sarr. And a wide open look for Cunningham. That's in there. Davis with the assist. Davis has got his 4th assist in this one. And it's Exum with the ball, who will bring it up for Dallas. They trail by 11. And we've got a timeout called by Jason Kidd. He wants to talk to his guys. Different look here for Detroit. Harris has checked in for Davis, and it's Beasley in for Jaden Ivey. The Mavericks also with a sub. Middleton's checked in. Poole on the wing. Takes a 3. Sinks the triple. Poole's got his 2nd bucket of the night.
And just another weapon that Jordan Poole has in his offensive arsenal.
Here's Rain Man. 17 points for him last game against the Knicks in New York.
Yeah, we're chipping some orange paint off the rim here, guys. He must be more patient on offense and trying to find ways to penetrate inside and get closer to the rim.
And Middleton kicks to Green. Now, here's Poole. He's got 5. Shot clock at 6. Middleton inside the 3-point line. No good, and tight defense there bothered that shot. Here's Rain Man. Mavericks with the rebound. Green's got his 6th rebound on the night. Down low. Here's Sarr, and Sarr throws it down.
And at 7'1", Sarr makes dunking look easy. The defense has to push him further from the rim.
Cunningham passes to Whitman. Harris with it. Taking a look here at some of the numbers for him.
And his three-point shooting has gotten a lot better over his last 10 games. He looks so much more comfortable from beyond. There's no doubt he's got the green light to let it fly whenever the shot's there for him.
2 shots.
First free throw is good.
He's just one of those veterans you can count on from the line. Harris really makes an impact from the stripe.
Davis is checked in for Malik Beasley. And Dallas also making a switch. Daniel Gafford's checked in for Saul. And Harris drops them both. Mavericks trail by 8. Middleton on the wing. Back to Exum. Outside, Green. Pass to Gafford. Outside, Green. Here's Exum. That three off target. Had some space there after the little pump fake. It's Davis with the drop. Green with the block. And they get it back. Yep, it counts. And the Pistons lead by 10. 1:35 left to play in the first half. Pass to Exum. And Middleton kicks to Exum. Green the pass to Poole. Gafford sets the pick for Poole. Drains the 19-footer. Poole's got 5 points in the quarter.
And despite the hot start from beyond, they've gotten away from shooting the triple.
Here's Rain Man. He's defended by Exum.
And you know what? You allow a guy to get right to the rim like that. That's your only option.
Pistons have made 7 out of 9 when they've stepped to the line.
And you really got to give them a ton of credit for what they've done at the free throw line this season. How about 82% as a unit?
Shooting 2.
First one falls for him. And the Pistons making a change here. Thompson's checked in. Klay Thompson, he's checked in for the Mavericks. He's perfect from the line this time. 1:05 left now here in the second. Pass to Exum. Gafford with the ball. Nothing on the board. And too much time in the lane. They get called for the 3-second violation.
And that is just a deflating error on his part.
Yeah, he knows he shouldn't have made it, and that's just really overall a frustrating sequence that hopefully doesn't stick with him.
Rain Man passes to Davis. Whitman a screen on Green. Here's Davis. Green with the block. And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Green. And now let's take a look again at that incredible rejection.
And that block might serve as a spark for this team. We'll see if it can ignite them.
There's 38 seconds left here in the second. And it's Thompson with the jam. And here is Poole. He has 7. Thompson outside to the left side wing. Exum kicks to Green. The three-pointer no good.
And they've got a big lead, not just on the scoreboard, but really in the rebounding numbers as well.
Cunningham outside. Davis the pass to Thompson. Here's Whitman. He can't get that one to fall. And that concludes the first half. Pistons lead by 12. Live from Little Caesars Arena, you're watching 2K Sports.
Big Diesel, Kenny the Jet, Ernie Johnson here. But before we dive into the scintillating analysis of the first half, let's check out the power rankings.
You look at the Pistons, they're a middle-of-the-pack team. Sure, they'll get some wins, but I don't know how much more beyond that.
Seems like they're missing a key piece or two. Maybe one of their younger guys will step up down the stretch.
Now let's talk about that first half. What an impressive performance for the Pistons.
Bench Bob, they've been on one, giving those starters a breather, and it's providing instant offense.
That depth also critical to staying out of foul trouble. And that concludes halftime. Now time to send it over to Kevin Harlan as the game's about to resume.
And with a big gap on the scoreboard, the second half begins with very different goals for these teams. One side trying to mount a comeback, one side trying to protect their lead. Really an incredible game from Silk.
Definitely been challenging the defense here early on, not settling for anything outside.
Yeah, you want these kind of nights where you can start to see those openings before they happen.
And there wasn't too much drama in the first half, but maybe things will tighten up here in the second. Getting underway in the second half, here's the 5 for Jason Kidd. They've got Hughes. Dante Exum is out there with Jordan Poole. Then it's Sarr, and it's Green in at the 5 spot.
All the officials are all over that one.
The Mavericks have gone 3 for 3 at the line tonight.
At the line for the Mavericks, Green. Taking 2 shots.
2 shots.
That's good from Green. Both good from the line that time. Pistons leading by 10. Left side, Davis. Hughes against Thompson. Knocked away. Out of bounds. Dallas takes possession. Well, we've got a moment now to see this year's three-point contest and how it's shaping up. Let's take a look at some of the top candidates emerging as we see here some players who are likely to make the final cut.
Not too shabby of shooters on this list, Kevin. You gotta love the advancement and really the evolution of the three-point shot in today's game.
Look at Rain Man. The third spot in the voting belongs to him. There are very few players with his ability from long range, and it looks like he'll be rewarded with a spot in the three-point contest.
And I'm sure there'll be some changes in the rankings still to come, but you're right. I'd be surprised if there's anyone who wouldn't cast a vote his way.
And as the votes keep pouring in, we'll keep you updated on any changes to that list. It looks like we're going to have quite a group.
Man, you talk about the ultimate marksman's list here, Kevin. Maybe this will be the year somebody gets that perfect score. Another good play. This is how they built the lead, calling on the right guys at the right time.
Basketball IQ is something that gets talked about, but its importance to a team showing up here, running plays that turn into scores.
Hughes, the pass to Poole. Just 5 on the clock. Count that one. Poole's got 9 points.
Yeah, and Poole does have some tricks up his sleeve. It helps him get around that contact inside.
Greg, it's not the first skill you think about, but Jordan Poole is unreal at the foul line.
I mean, led the league in 22 at 92.5%, beating out teammate Steph Curry by 0.2%. Poole's always been amongst the league leaders in attempts.
Pass to Green. Now Saar. He's got 7. Poole finds Green. Here's Hughes. No good there, and that would have cut it to single digits. Pistons leading by 10. With the floater, and it's blocked.
Great timing on the rejection there. This young kid, Saar, has major defensive potential.
Now Detroit moving it up. Rain Man with the bucket. Rain Man's got the lead up to 12 now for the Pistons.
Changing ends quickly. He's rewarded with a high percentage look.
Yeah, the defense trying to do their best to slow him down, but when he gets room like that, you got to look out.
And we've got a timeout called by Jason Kidd. Wants to talk some things over. Might be seeing some things to adjust. Now we get a chance to check out the standings out east already. We are in December. Taking a look at Detroit. Solid start to the season so far, sitting in 6th place.
And right now for the Pistons, this hasn't been the breakout season that many were predicting, but they're still very much in the hunt for a high postseason seed, and that will keep them focused here during the season's final stages.
Well, the goal is very defined. They have to have a strong finish to the season and make sure they get home court advantage for at least the first few rounds of the playoffs.
Dallas again missing.
That's 1 for their first 4 to start the second half.
Outside, Davis. They get a hand on it, and stolen by Song. Pass to Hughes. He lobs it up. Cuts off the pass. And here we go. The Pistons fast break. Rain Man with the bucket.
Beautiful assist in transition. They beat the defense down the floor. The ball always wins.
And here is Poole. Now Green. Pass to Exum. Just 4 to shoot. Back to Green. The tray. Rebound by the Pistons. Davis has got 9 rebounds in the game. Getting it done.
Yeah, the offense scuffling a bit to start this second half. Only 1 for the first 5.
And the wide open shot from Green. Traps in the tray. Green's got 12 points in the game.
And remember when big men shooting threes were as rare as a Sasquatch, and now those big guys are everywhere.
Cunningham dishes it to Thompson. Here's Whitman. That's in, coming off the assist from Thompson. Thompson's got 3 assists tonight.
One thing I really like about Ausar Thompson, he's a team-first guy, always willing to make the extra pass.
They set the screen. Some nice passing here by Dallas. Here's Green. And he finishes nicely on the layup. Green's got 7 now in this quarter.
And the shooting has really been there for him today, but he may have to take it upon himself to continue to carry this team and try and get out of this hole.
A moment now to hear from our sideline reporter, Hall of Famer David Aldridge. David.
Thank you, Kevin. The game is certainly going international. Commissioner Adam Silver says, with basketball's exponential growth, it's now truly a global game. We're fortunate that the very best in the world want to play in the single league. And Kevin, the NBA continues to draw talent from all corners of the globe.
And David, you've been all over the globe, and the talent level undeniable. Green, the screen. Hughes against Thompson. 3-on-3. Here's Davis. And Sarr pulls it down.
The defense ready for him on that possession. They had to be, because he is so strong in the paint.
Hughes kicks to Poole. Sarr, the pass to Hughes. Green with a screen on Thompson. Over in the corner, Poole. It's good from long range. Poole's got 12.
And Poole's eyes lighting up that time as he got to that short corner 3. That's a nice shot.
And J.B. Bickerstaff is called a timeout. He's ready to talk things through with the team. He's checked in for the Pistons. The Mavericks also with a sub. Thompson, he's checked in for Exum. Pistons leading by 10. Here's Whitman. He has 6. Here's Rain Man. And a little luck that time, but it drops. Rain Man's got 6 here in this quarter.
And yeah, he's not messing around. He wants no part of a comeback in this one.
Well, he's grabbed the tee and a blanket because he's putting this one to bed.
Green with a screen on Thompson. Here's Hughes. And it's blocked. And it's out of bounds to the Mavericks as Dallas retains possession. And we got to take a second look to admire that outstanding block.
And this is how you protect and grow a lead, by making a huge effort on that end of the floor.
Clock at 6. Thompson inside the line. Thompson with the rebound.
It's a +5 advantage for them in rebounding after that one.
And the call will be against D. That's his first foul. A different look for Dallas. Daniel Gafford comes in for Sarr, and Middleton subbed in for Hughes.
Daniel Gafford. Chris Middleton.
On defense, Dallas, a 12-point game. Davis with a screen on Poole to the paint. And the rebound goes to the Mavericks. Middleton, the pass to Poole. On the wing, Green. And it's Green slamming it down.
When you can score the ball and the defense makes adjustments your way to do that, Poole has to take advantage like that.
And on the AT&T 5G Slam Cam, you can see how impressive that move was. I tell you what, Brent, this Jordan Poole is one confident player.
Yeah, his mindset, though, Kevin, has to shift to being more consistent. So we've seen these outbursts in scoring from Jordan Poole, but really you want to have a more reliable player in what he does both offensively and defensively. Hopefully he finds that.
Poole kicks to Thompson. Poole with the screen for Thompson. Lets it go from deep, and there's the whistle. Illegal screen. Having an efficient three-point attack, very tough to defend. Let's see some of the best. In the third spot, the Pistons.
No doubt they have snipers on that roster, that's for sure. It's been a terrific year for them from beyond the arc.
Harris is checked in for the Pistons. Malik Beasley comes in for Rain Man. Hardy, he's checked in for Dallas. Now, here's Ivy. 9 points in the game so far. High post, Davis. It's stolen. That one's in there. The Detroit lead is cut down now to just 11 on the basket from Hardy.
And not relying at all on the three-point shot. They may want to rethink about stretching the defense a bit like they did in that first half.
Ivy with the bucket.
Bottom line, you need shooters on your team who can space the floor.
Well, there's no doubt he's a legitimate threat from downtown, and he's demonstrating that in this game.
And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
And a chance here to see the numbers for Davis. He's been fantastic over the last 10 games or so, averaging about 19 points, 8 rebounds, and 3 assists. And he's been a rock in the middle for them over that stretch of games. Dominating the glass is his trademark.
I feel like those rebounds are wearing down and eroding the opponent. His effort right now, physically and mentally, has been good.
He misses the free throw.
A solid passer and rebounder, but it's really scoring where Middleton shows up big. He can be just relentless on that end of the floor.
Duran, he's checked in for Whitman. He doesn't get the second one.
That's a strange trip because typically he's pretty much money from there.
1:16 left to play here in the third. Looking to get it going, and he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2.
Yeah, easy call.
Now let's take a moment to get your guys' take on the scoring so far for Detroit.
I mean, they've been stepping it up in terms of their shooting from distance, and the confidence has been there all game long, leaving the defense to scramble.
Man, scoring off of turnovers is so helpful. I mean, you get easy opportunities at the rim. It devastates the opponent. They've done a great job tonight at converting on those chances.
Good on the second free throw. Here's Middleton. Thompson outside. Middleton, a screen on Beasley. A deep three from Thompson. Off target with his 3.
Well, he wants to shoot his way out of this cold spell, but the struggles continue.
Yeah, he's got to move on, forget about this sequence here, and try to find a way to get on the board.
Green, the pass to Hardy. Gafford with the ball. Green with a screen for Middleton. Green, no luck. Pistons leading by 15. It's a 4-second differential between the shot clock and game clock. Harris passes to Duran. Here's Ivy. And they'll get another chance. And Davis puts it in. And here's Hardy. puts up a deep three. And the last shot at the buzzer doesn't go in for him. And so it's Detroit out in front by 17 points at the end of the quarter. Their strategy has been clear tonight. Work the ball inside, get shots in the paint, and now they are scoring with ease. And we'll be right back after this. And it's time to bring up the State Farm assist of the game.
And the definition of teamwork right there, guys. I mean, what great communication between them, and what a beautiful feed.
The coaches talk about it all the time, but to be able to play with that kind of feel, nice play, collaborating, improvising, and organic.
And we reach the fourth quarter in a game that may be already out of hand. Inside for him, it's Harris and Duran. The backcourt pair will be Cunningham and Ivy. And it's Rain Man in at the three, the small forward. That's the group for Detroit right now. And Jalen Duran picks up the foul. That is his first foul of the game. Mavericks trail by 17. To the inside. And it is flushed down with a nice jam.
Yeah, that's one way to get back into this game. Keep getting him the ball and let him make the shots.
Harris outside. There's the lob for Harris. Throws down the alley-oop slam.
And look at Harris just going for it up high for that alley-oop.
And here's Middleton bringing it up now for the Mavericks. Pass to Hughes. Jacks up a three. It's hauled in by Harris.
+8 in the rebound differential. One more reason why they're in control.
Ivy dishes to Cunningham. Here's Rain Man for the three. That one, no good.
Well, he had one three-pointer in the first half, but so far in the second, he's come up with goose eggs.
Hughes kicks to Thompson. Hughes with the screen on Cunningham. Thompson for the triple. Rebounded by the Pistons.
And even without that three ball dropping for him, the defense should have done more on that last play.
Cunningham. Again, the Pistons good for two.
And Cade Cunningham has it going. He's playing with tremendous confidence.
Thompson with it. Game moves along. 2 minutes gone here in the fourth. Over Cunningham. Out to Thompson. Pass to Washington. Dallas moving the ball around. Here's the three. Again, the miss by the Mavericks.
Well, both him and the team seem to be off their game right now, and the frustration is clearly mounting as the clock is winding down.
Here's Rain Man. And it's off from three-point range. Thompson passes to Middleton. To the middle. Here's Hughes. Duran pulls it in. Duran's got rebound number 9 now. What an effort here tonight. Here's Harris. A rebound by Washington. Mavericks trailed by 19. Thompson outside. Pass to Gafford. Inside, tipped away. Shot clock at 5. Middleton for 3. That's in, coming off the assist from Thompson.
Well, Middleton hovers around that 40% mark from downtown in his career. It's a good-looking shot there.
Now Cunningham. A bit under 3.5 minutes have passed here in the fourth. And they come right back with their own three-pointer. Cunningham's got 5 points now in the quarter. On the wing, Hughes. Gafford finds Thompson. Middleton outside. Shot on the wing. It's hauled in by Harris.
He's going to be shaking his head on that one. Knows he missed an easy one.
Yeah, you can't make them all, and you for sure you'll want him taking that kind of shot.
Here's Rain Man. And the rejection by Gafford.
The length of Gafford, a difference maker defensively here.
Here's Middleton. The defense that time from Duran. Pistons leading by 19. Harris inside. Washington's on him. Pass to Hughes. Back to Thompson. There's the triple. Gets the three-pointer to fall. Thompson's got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game. And timeout called by J.B. Bickerstaff. It's a chance for them to regroup and refocus. So Detroit ends up going with the new group. Then for the Mavericks, Sars checked in for Washington. Green comes in for Chris Middleton. And Poole subbed in for Klay Thompson. Pistons leading by 16. Outside, Davis. Pass to Whitman. Here's Sasser. Dives to the hoop.
Jordan Poole. Second personal foul. First team foul. At the line for your Pistons. Sasser taking 2 shots.
And he knocks down the first one. And you think about rookies coming into the NBA, it seems, Brent, that veterans are a little bit easier on the rookies now than they were in the past.
I think we romanticize, Kevin, a lot of those stories that we heard from the old days about veteran players giving it to the younger players. And certainly that's going to happen, especially at the beginning of the season. But these guys have known each other for a long time, and these friendships and bonds have started from years ago. So a little bit less and less. It's still fun to poke at the rookies just a little bit.
Now Hughes, pass to Poole. No good from outside.
Not quite enough defense that time around. Just lucky he was off.
Davis with it. Now defended by Sarn. And it's Davis missing. Mavericks trail by 18. To the inside. Green taking his time here. From past the arc. And Davis pulls it down. Davis has got 13 rebounds in the game. Seeded. And he gets the bucket. 8 points for Garbage Man.
Not getting old here. Seeing him make that lead pass with perfect timing.
For the screen on Beasley. Here's Hughes. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. And the league limiting players from making public trade demands. Which I guess makes sense. It's a big change from the past, isn't it?
Yeah, I think it saves franchises from being put in a tough spot. Keeps a player's trade value high, which helps the team they're leaving.
First free throw is good. So for the Pistons, Rain Man comes in for Malik Beasley. And Cade Cunningham subbed in for Marcus Sasser. And Dallas with a change here too. Exum's checked in. And he makes both free throws.
And they came out of the locker room after halftime with a much more physical approach than what we saw in that first half.
Davis dishes to Thompson. Whitman a screen on Hughes. Thompson with it. Now defended by Sarr. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
What I appreciated about Thompson is his recognition. He knows when to force the issue and when to pull back.
Thompson, 2 shots.
And he makes the first. So he gets them both. And Greg, everyone loves talking trades. Future first-round picks have been moved quite a bit of late, and that's been kind of interesting.
And Kevin, a lot of teams that don't control any of their future first-round picks. With so much pressure to win now, GMs are willing to use draft assets.
5 on the clock. Here's Poole, and it's in. Basket number 6 for him thus far. He has only missed 2 shots from the floor. Pistons leading by 18. Outside, Davis. Cunningham for 3. It's rebounded by Dallas. Green's got 10 rebounds here tonight. So active. Here's Exum. Pass to Sarr. And Davis sends it back. Now, here's Cunningham. Outside, Davis. Here's Whitman. Here's Rain Man. He's defended by Exum. Thompson for 3. They get the rebound. Whitman can't make it. And so Green will bring it up for the Mavericks. They trail by 18. Out to the wing. For 3. And Davis pulls it down. Detroit's gotten some tough luck from three-point range. In the fourth quarter, they've hit just 1 of 6 from deep. The screen from Thompson. Outside, Davis fires the 3. Here's Whitman, and he jams it with authority.
That is a product of pure effort, guys.
I agree, and that's nothing new coming from him, GA. He loves going to work on the rebounding, going to work on the board.
Stick with fundamentals there. Shot goes up, box out, or he'll destroy you.
Green with a screen for Exum. Into the lane, and it's blocked. Cunningham against Poole. Pass to Rain Man. Thompson from long range. It's rebounded by Dallas.
And so it's going to end up in the record books as a blowout, a dominating performance for the Pistons.
You don't see this kind of a blowout often, but tonight this is a quality win across the board to deliver out this kind of punishment.
They definitely never changed the approach. They just kept after it and showed they were clearly the better team in just about every single category.
And so this will now translate to 14 wins on the season.
And this is a great way for them to kick off this season series. 2 more games ahead, and they've taken the mental advantage with this win tonight.
And while there was some nice performances tonight, it definitely ended up being a solid outing for Davis.
Well, a consistent intensity is what he brought to the floor here. He hit the glass hard, and he came up with a ton of rebounds.
And Dallas going with a whole new group out there. 50 seconds left to play here in the fourth. Williams against Schroeder. Shoots over Gafford. And it's Schroeder missing. Dallas with the ball. It's an 18-point game. And Marshall kicks to Williams. Thompson outside. From the arc. And he's good on the three ball. 19 seconds left in the game. And they can just dribble the ball until the buzzer.
Yeah, they got to be happy with the outcome.
And so it's the Pistons taking care of business here. Even early on in this one, it seemed like they were happy to be playing at home tonight.
And it makes a big difference. And once they started to really play in rhythm, you never felt like they had any doubts as to whether or not they were going to win.
And that'll do it, folks. For Brett Barry, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan along with our 2K Sports crew, thanking you for tuning in. But as we go, let's take a look at our player of the game, Fresh.